What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Bandai SH Figuarts Super Mario Bros. Series Mario. Here we do have Mario, Jumpman Mario in the packaging. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get them opened up, and we'll have a better look at the figure inside. So stay tuned, everyone. And so here we have Mario posed and out of the packaging. Before I take a look at the figure, let's actually have a look at what Mario comes with. Mario does come with a power-up mushroom, which looks really good. He comes with a mystery block, and then he also does come with a single coin with a display stage for the coin. Other than that, Mario here doesn't come with anything else, unfortunately. A lot of his accessories are technically accessory packs, which is a little bit unfortunate. However, I still think this is a really nice figure, so what we're going to do now is actually take a closer look at Mario. And so here we have a closer look at Super Mario, and I really love the detailing that SH Figuarts was able to put on this figure. Now, granted, there are a lot of creative designs on this figure that do limit articulation, which we will talk about that in a little bit. But as far as the detailing on this figure goes, it's almost perfect. It's really hard to describe it. It actually looks like Mario jumped out of a game and have him here in the hand. And he looks really good. You can see they did opt to give him a smiling expression, so he does have his teeth and his mouth open. So I really do like that. His mustache, I believe, is a separate piece. I don't want to pull on that and try tugging it off, but I do believe it's a separate piece. Really love the paint application in his eyes and on his eyebrows. That's really good. You can even see there's some contrast of light blue all the way to dark blue in his eyes, so that is a huge detail that I just have to commend SH Figuarts on. Of course, Mario does have brown hair going on to his hat, which does have his signature M on it. I do like the fact that the M is actually embroidered into that. It's not just painted on, so I do like that little detail. Going on to his overalls, you can actually see some detailing in his overalls. They actually did sculpt some of the seam lines in the overalls. Now, it doesn't look like denim, unfortunately, but it is visible seam line, so I really do like that. On the back, you can see where his display stage peg would pop on. You can see it just pops off really easy. Unfortunately, I don't have the display stage to go with them, so I can't really show that off all too well, but if you do have that specific stage, you can actually plug it in. Going on to his gloves, which they did a really good job sculpting the gloves. You can see they even have the little notches at the top. Really accurate to how Mario has it. Really love how clean those buttons are painted. It's something that could have easily been sloppy, but it's really clean. And I do like the fact that a lot of his separate pieces are molded. His arms are molded red, hands are white, body is blue, shoes are brown, head is flesh tone. So they did a really good job in designing this figure. Speaking of his shoes, you can see they are really glossy and have the light brown soles at the bottom. His work boots look really, really good. So overall, really impressed with this figure. Now, he's not the biggest figure, which will show that off in comparison, but I still love the way he came out. So what we're going to do now is actually compare him to a few other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Mario posed next to a DC Multiverse Superman and a Marvel Legends Cyclops. Here we have Mario posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. And finally, here we have Mario posed next to his little brother, Luigi. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at Mario's articulation. Now, as I stated in his detail, just because of his design as a character in total, his articulation is going to be a little bit limited, but let's show that off. His head is on a hinged ball joint, so his head does peg onto that ball joint, so it does hinge back and forward a little bit, so we do get him looking up about that far, and he can look down slightly. We also do get a little bit of rotation on his head. It's not the best, but it is there. And we get some slight head tilt, so pretty decent articulation in the head. It's not the best, but it could be much worse. His arms go out only about that much. They go down and out. They do a full 360, although you gotta be careful for his head because they do butt up against his ears. He doesn't have a bicep swivel. Actually, it's just a swivel right here in the hinge. I don't know how well that's coming off on camera, but he doesn't have a traditional bicep swivel. It's just pretty much a butterfly joint going in and out. He has a single bend in the elbow, giving us a little bit close to 90 degrees, but not exactly. His hand is on a swivel, just a regular swivel, no ball hinge, unfortunately. Because of how small Mario is, he does not have any articulation in the torso, but seeing as how it would be really hard to implement on a torso this small, it's pretty understandable. His hips do have pretty decent articulation. His legs do go forward about there. They go back. Surprisingly, they go out to about that far. And I think his legs are on a hinge right here because they do go forward and back. It could actually be a ball joint, just the way it's moving around. But I do like that. He does get a thigh swivel because of that. Single bend in the knee, giving us a little less than 90 degrees. And then we actually do have a drop down ball joint in the ankle, so he can go forward, can go back. We do get some slight rocker ankle. If you do drop that down, you can see we get some pretty good range. Not the best, but it's decent for Mario. So overall, a really nice little figure. Really glad I have Mario in my collection. So what we're going to do now is get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have Mario posed for my final thoughts, and overall I really do like the way this figure came out. Even though he's not the most articulated figure on the planet, I still feel like this is a good representation of Mario. For what little articulation he does have, I think it's perfect for Mario. You really don't need Mario doing anything too extreme. Although a little bit more range in the arms would have been good, maybe a bicep swivel just to help out with posing. But other than that, I really don't know what more they could do to this figure. Now, if you are looking for this particular Mario, he is actually a reissue. This is actually the new package version of Mario. I really can't tell the difference between the old packaging and the new packaging, but I'm still really glad to have this figure in hand. If you are looking for this Mario, he is available on Big Bad Toy Store and other online retailing sites. I did pick up my Mario from Amazon, surprisingly. I accidentally signed up for Amazon Prime's free trial, and I just had to use it before it expires for the month. But with that, I did get this figure, so if you are looking for this Mario, he is available on online retailing right now, and he will run you about $30, which is a fair price, seeing as how he's not the most articulated figure, but he's still a really nice figure. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other SH figure art videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. And while you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.